Marley from the Energy Boutique, bringing you your January 2023 energy forecast. So welcome to the new year. Of course, if you pay attention to the modern day calendar, January would be the first month of the year, bringing us the vibration, the frequency, the life lesson of number 1, where beginnings are concerned, where new chapters are concerned. However, if we take a look at the astrological calendar, we're actually in the 11th month. We're in the last quarter of the calendar where it is not a time for initiating anything new, beginning anything new, or bringing to life anything new. Instead, we need to move inward. We need to be reflective. We need to focus and visualize on what it is that we want to experience over the course of this year. And with the 11 energy really providing us with a lot of magic, we are able to really set our sights on new visions, new dreams, and actually have them manifest in a very short amount of time. Now, Cancers are really kind of feeling the pressure here because, of course, we're in Capricorn season. That sits across from Cancer energy, which means that you are at your halfway point through your natal year. We come into this particular month with a lot of lessons on what it is that we need to be focused on as far as what it is that we want to experience and what it is that we want to give birth to and create over this next year. On the 2nd, we have Venus moving into Aquarian energy, really showing us in a futuristic realm who and what we want to be alive and well in our reality. Now, Venus being the goddess of love, of beauty, of worth, of pleasure, of money, she's been in Capricorn energy, sitting across from my Cancer peeps, really kind of cutting out the emotion, cutting out the intuition to just kind of analyze the facts. Who and what needs to stay, needs to go. Who and what brings happiness, stability, support. Who and what is going to be a part of our future. Now, many of us likely being illuminated to things and people that aren't feeling well, aren't feeling good. Well, those are blocks, those are restrictions, those are challenges. And with Venus moving into Aquarian energy, we are going to recognize where we need a little bit more space, a little bit more distance, a little bit more freedom from said blockages. And in turn, we are going to come up with some out-of-the-box solutions to some very hard-weighted long-term problems. Venus moving into Aquarius energy is going to be affecting your 8th house. Your 8th house is death, rebirth, transformation. And there's definitely some elements that need to be let go of in order to create the space for new elements to have a place to be anchored into. This is a renewal of relationship dynamics that you would deem to be of worth and value. This is a resurrection of happiness, of joy, of pleasure, because of course things have gotten very heavily, very weighted as of late. And you're definitely going to feel like you have to kind of put a death, an ending, a closure to certain relationship dynamics in your life in order for you to actually feel freed up, independent once again. On the 6th, it's a very important time as we're going to have the full moon take place in Cancer energy. So this is the first full moon of 2023. It's taking place in your sign, which means that it is illuminating your first house of self. This is essentially the halfway point, the marker, if you will, of your natal season. This takes us back to your birthday and illuminates some details, some information, some opportunities that may not have been fully realized until just now. Now, the Cancer energy, of course, is highly emotional, as you know, very intuitive, as you know, very, very in touch with our inner realm. And this particular energy is going to put the spotlight on you on what it is that you need to do from here, where you need to reemerge from the darkness from here, where it is that you want to direct your time, your energy, your attention from here. Again, setting the sights on what it is that you want to experience, what it is you want to bring to life, and who it is that you want to be throughout the course of 2023. On January 12th, we have Mars, the god of war, ruling over our physical energy, our drive, our passion, our desires, finally going direct at 8 degrees in Gemini energy. Mars has been in Gemini energy for 7 months, has been retrograde since the end of October. We've been lacking the physical energy to do anything. We've been confused about what it is that we're excited about, our passions, our desires. We have been angry, agitated, frustrated, not being able to choose, not being able to decide. We've been stuck in the intellectual battlefield of this Gemini energy, debating everything, being kind of torn into two different spaces, two different directions. And finally, we are going to get to move forward, making some progress based off of all of the internalized processing that we've been doing over the last couple of months. Mars going direct at 8 degrees in Gemini is going to be illuminating your 12th house. The 12th house is where endings are concerned, where your unconscious self is concerned, where the hidden realm of your thoughts and your emotions are concerned. It is where we bring things full circle in order to prepare for a clean, fresh slate. Now, this 12th house is likely going to bring up a lot of the old memories, the old struggles, the old choices and decisions that you might have to kind of revamp, re-edit, and redo. I know those are retrograde words. However, Mars has been stunted out in taking action. And Mars's downfall is that we take action without contemplating the consequences of our actions. We need to be very careful with how we exert ourselves, what it is that we pour our time and our energy into. We need to be very clear on what it is that we are feeling in our intuition and really allow our intuition to lead. On January 18th, we have Mercury going direct at 8 degrees in Capricorn energy. This is definitely going to get our mental plane in gear. Mercury being in Capricorn energy is a huge manifesting energy. And with Mars just going direct, we have the intellect, we have the ideas, we have the physical energy to actually go out in the world and make things happen. Because this is Capricorn energy, it sits directly across from my Cancer friends, which is putting a huge emphasis on relationships, on where the energy exchange in relationships needs to be balanced, where we need to compromise, where we need to kind of review where it is that we need to balance the scales and how it is that we share ourselves, share our lives with other people. On the 20th, we have the sun moving into Aquarius energy, which should lighten the load hugely for my Cancer friends, seeing as we're moving away from this Capricorn energy. Aquarian energy is visionary. We get huge amounts of aha moments, huge amounts of insight. We are thinking about our futuristic selves. We are kind of gaining a lot of insight and inspiration on what it is that we want to do from here. Now, this Aquarian energy is going to be illuminating this 8th house for you. Again, death, rebirth, transformation, renewal, resurrection. And this is definitely going to be a fresh, clean slate for you because on the 21st, we have the new moon taking place in Aquarius energy at 1 degree, 33 minutes, which is the exact degree that we had the new moon in Capricorn in on December 23rd. The direct opposition, new moon for my Cancer friends. So think about what it is that you want to accomplish. Think about what it is that you want to do better, what it is that you want to be better. Allow yourself to really gain a huge perspective, a huge amount of insight on where it is that you want to go by looking back and figuring out where it is that you have been. Now, on the 22nd, we have Uranus, the Great Awakener, going direct at 14 degrees in Taurus energy. We have to expect the unexpected. There is going to be a dramatic shift in our lives. Uranus energy opens us up for spontaneous change, and we are less resistant to the types of changes that we would have kind of dug our feet in, dug our heels in, and really resisted in months gone by. Now, Uranus going direct in Taurus energy means that we are making some changes to our physical realm, where routines, where relationships are concerned. And we definitely just have to understand that we have a lot of new sights, new goals, new visions, new dreams that we have to focus on. And a lot of that is in the mental plane. We have to focus our energy on what it is that we want to change. We have to get our heart space in alignment with our head space before we can take physical action and engage our physical bodies to take that action, to make that move. Now, I want you to pay attention to who is coming into your life around the 22nd, because connections, networking is definitely a big deal. We are bumping up our confidence. We are aligning with the right people at the right place at the right time that will advance our goals, that will help us manifest a lot of our dreams in a very short amount of time. On the 26th, we have Venus on the move again, the goddess of love, beauty, worth, pleasure, money. She's moving into Pisces energy. She's bringing something to an end, to a close. She's getting all up in the feels. She is renewing her inspiration, her magic. She is focused on relationships and love and self-worth, to be quite honest with you. And this is going to be illuminating your ninth house. Your ninth house is your intuition. It's your higher self. It's gaining a huge vision, a huge perspective on where it is that maybe the lack of self-confidence, the lack of self-worth, the lack of self-value has put you in some not favorable positions. The ninth house is trying to elevate you. It's trying to restore your faith within yourself, within the universe's greater, grander plan. It's pushing you to kind of dive into a new spiritual practice and really prepare you for a brand new adventure. If this is something in writing or poetry, music or arts, I would say go for it, as this Pisces energy definitely rules over that. And we're going to feel a little bit nostalgic in this Pisces energy. So you might actually have to take a look back at all the tough love life lessons, all the spiritual lessons, all the relationship spiritual lessons that have come at you that has really helped form you into the strength, into the person that you currently are. So a couple of messages that I would like to leave you with to focus on as you move throughout the month. They're bringing up the number 7. And of course, the seventh house is all about relationships. And that's where Mercury is actually going to go direct in the 7th house for you. It does kind of feel like you need to have some heart to hearts, like you do have to kind of clear the air and have some conversations that are very difficult that you would rather not have in order to restore the balance, the peace, the harmony in some particular close relationships of yours. This is about being fair. This is about compromise. This is about recognizing where it is that you have likely invested more in other people than they have in you, and where it is that they did not ask you to do so. This is a time for you to pull back the reins, pull back your energy, pull back your involvement with other people, and start pouring that energy within yourself. There does seem to be some people-pleasing energies and aspects coming up for your review, and I do feel like you're going to tackle it and the best that you can, because I do feel that it will be altering your daily tasks, your daily chores, and opening you up to pour a little bit more into your own life, into your own health and wellness. It feels like you are bringing things full circle. And as you approach your midpoint, your halfway point in your natal year, it isn't going to be such a struggle from this part of your natal year to your birthday. We always experience an uphill battle where we have to pour more time, energy, and effort from the first half of our birthday up until our halfway point. But take this opportunity to really kind of take in all that you've accomplished, all that you've been able to kind of process and put behind you. And before you set your sights on the new goals, before you kind of muster up a brand new courage and bravery to put yourself out there, just have the attitude of gratitude and give yourself a little bit of credit for where it is that you currently are in life. There is this gap between the old and the new, and what we're left with is here in this present moment. And I feel like you need to take a little bit more time to align, to recalibrate your mind, your body, your soul, before diving into setting your sights up on new visions, new dreams, new goals for this next year. So Cancer, that's all that I have for you for this month. I hope that January is kind to you, and I'm sending you nothing but love.